Well, butter my crumpets, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'll be talking about a quote you may have heard other people say before. It's the little things that make a big difference. So yes, buckle up and get ready for some good common sense content. Yes, that's right. Welcome to my channel, and those of you already subscribers, welcome back. My name is Donato, current England Masters athlete. Yes, having first qualified at England to represent England at Masters level back in 2019. And yes, since 2019 I've been qualifying for all distances, from marathons, half marathons and 10k distances. And I'm very much looking forward to representing England this July in the Great North 10k. In addition to being a Masters runner, I also do coaching, mentoring for people of all levels, whatever they may be in their running career, whether they be a beginner, novice or an experienced Masters or even coach, where I act as a bit of help, guidance, having had many decades experience working with individuals and organisations, help them get the best out of their limited resources and times to be the best that they can be. So without further ado, let's get on to those little things that make a big difference. Oh yes, cowabunga, as the Ninja Turtles may say. Yes, what's the little things that make a big difference? Now, we often hear of marginal, is that a word? Marginal gains. Yes, those super shoes, when they first came out, they were called the 4%, weren't they? They would give you 4% improvement, which is fantastic. But for me, I like to focus on the 96%, that if you knuckle those down, buckle it down and get the best out of that 96%. Yes, have you done the maths? 96%, a bit more than 4%. Now, it's not to dismiss that you want those 4% and those little marginal gains. I nearly said marginal again, didn't I? I'm gonna get my words right. But it's important that we focus on the big things. And what are those big things? Yeah, the three big things that I often talk about with my athletes is eating, drinking and sleeping. Yes, are you doing all of those? I'm sure we are doing all of those, but how do we nail down those three items? Number one, eating. Keep it simple. 3 balanced meals a day. Yeah, no fasting, no skipping meals, no heavy this and heavy on that. It's a balanced diet. Now, I can go into the details. I'm not a qualified nutritionist, but having developed an app in the eating industry, and at that time I think it was voted top 10 in Europe. Yeah, real simple common sense stuff, which was focusing on 3 balanced meals. And if you're going to have snack, it's healthy snacks. Yeah, not biscuits, chocolates, but things like fruit, apples, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, really good stuff. But 3 balanced meals, good hearty breakfast, lunch, dinner, or do you call it dinner and then tea, depending on which part of the country you live in. I did have someone tell me that when we were at school they were called dinner ladies, weren't they? So dinner is your midday meal. Yeah, I know. Small detail, but yeah. And not stressing about calories either. I don't stress about calories. I just eat almost what I want, but then I have to stress I am marathon training. It may be different for 5k, 10k, where you can't really eat everything you want, but just keep it balanced and simple. That's the eating bit. What about the drinking? Yes, drinking. Wherever we look, it's, for me, I'll just keep it simple. Water. Around 2 litres a day. Again, it can vary depending on height, weight and all that type of stuff, but around 2 litres. When we first start doing this, certainly I found when I first started doing this, that I tend to go to the toilet quite a lot. Basically, my bladder wasn't used to that volume of liquid being in me. Once it got used to it, I don't go to the toilet as often. Yeah, so around 2 litres a day. Keep it simple. Water. We don't need any of these hydration tablets or anything. Maybe if you're coming up to a race or the morning before a race, you can take some of this to help with the salt intake and all that type of stuff, but that's about it really. 2 litres a day. Keep it simple. Last but not least, number 3, the sleeping. And often this is the most difficult to master, because sleeping, again, the hours can vary person to person. Some people can get away with 6 hours of sleep, some 7, 9 hours, but a good solid night's sleep. Again, a whole thesis seminar on sleeping, but nailing that. But I'd like to summarize on those three. To summarize on those three, if you're not nailing all three, the key thing I found is not to stress about it, not to worry, just go with the flow. Some nights we might not get a good night's sleep. If we've got young children, we might get disturbed night's sleep. That's not their fault, that's not my fault, it's not anyone's fault. Just go with the flow. And if you're not feeling it for some sessions, we don't need to push it. Missing a session or not hitting a session is not the end of the world. Let's keep it all balanced and focus on those little things that make the big difference. So to sum up, yes, to take out the uncertainty, unsure of certain things. When I'm coaching my athletes, we look at the details. It's a two-way thing. Sometimes, especially some of the experienced athletes, they have a good idea what to do, but sometimes it's just tweaking the little things, and we run it by and see what works, what doesn't work. It's trial and error because everybody is different, but I can help take away that guesswork and get you tuned up and ready to go and ready to fly when we want to fly. Yeah, I know. I do love being out here in the wonderful, wonderful sunshine. I think today it's forecast around 20 Celsius, which is quite a change from a few weeks ago where it would be just above zero. Anyway, speaking of temperatures, I think I've covered enough on this little thing that makes a big difference. So focus on those three big things in the small little things, and hopefully will get you flying very soon. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you all on the next video, and let me know in the comments below how your training is going, and if there's any areas that you've got questions or queries about. Let's see if we can work together and help you. There is a link in the description where you can book a non-committal discovery meeting, and we'll have a chat and see where we can take things forward if that works for you. Thanks so much for watching. Bye 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 bye. That's in the main central station.